How's it going, mates? Asdos here with breaking news. Angry Teemos have been found falling from the sky and polluting our lanes with their shit. Citizens are advised to lock their doors and stay inside until Jayce shows up with his cannon, hammer, dildo, screwdriver to save the planet again. Get fucked, Teemo. Jayce doesn't even need an ulti, and his R will switch between two stances instead, each with their own separate abilities and cooldowns. Hammer stance increases your defenses and gives your first basic attack bonus damage. Cannon stance makes your basic attacks ranged, the first of which will shred your target's armor and magic res for a few seconds. Switching stances also triggers your passive, giving you a short burst of movement speed and letting you move through units to get the fuck in, or get the fuck out, depending on your needs. When you feel like flying, use your hammer's Q to go airborne and leap to an enemy target, dealing damage and slowing enemies where you land. Emphasis on where you land because people shit their pants when they're about to get a Jayce to the face and will do everything they can to avoid that burst. Do abilities with multiple uses make you frisky like a late game Vayne with a Yeti strapped to her back, with a midget strapped to that Yeti? Me too. Your hammer's W will passively give you mana for each basic attack you make while in a stance, and activating it will deal damage around you every second for a few seconds. It makes the Sunfire cape look like a little bitch. Is that a pest on your shoulder? Damage them and knock them away from you with your hammer's E to give yourself some breathing room, or just toss them to a lonely ally for some intimate cross-faction action. Your cannon's Q is Jayce's signature ability, but without some prep work it's just a basic projectile that explodes for damage in a small area. Fatten that fucker up by shooting it through your cannon's E, vastly increasing the range, damage, travel speed and the radius of it. If you want to be fancy, drop the E after the Q to give your targets less time to react. You're like Nidalee, but with one hell of a jawline. Your cannon's E also buffs the movement speed of yourself and allies that pass through it. A certain spiky blue mammal known for going fast and terrible fanfiction would be proud of you. Your cannon's W resets your basic attack timer and gives you maximum attack speed for the next 3 shots, dealing varied damage of each. It's almost a waste of mana early on, but come late game it will turn you into a beast of a hyper carry for about 1 second. Although Jayce can do pretty much fucking everything, he's best built as an AD caster and this is the build I'd recommend. While builds should be reactive and never static, please take a moment to reflect upon your life and the darkness within your soul before building attack speed on Jayce. Tomorrow isn't going to defend itself, so here are some tips to get you started. Remember to switch to hammer stance when you're expecting incoming bursts for the extra defenses. They might just save your life. You can use your hammer's E to knock enemies through walls when you can't be bothered to deal with them. If you're indecisive as fuck, now's a good time to mention that your hammer's Q also lets you jump through walls as long as you have vision of an enemy target. Your standard cannon Q is by no means useless without your E, as it still has much longer reach than your basic attacks. It also detonates at the end of its path whether it hits a target or not, giving it a deceptively long range that will catch your enemies with their chins up and their pants down. Combo time. From cannon stance, throw a Q their way and drop an E just in front of the shot for an explosive start. Tap your W, then bring out the hammer as the buff will carry over. Run through your gate with your passive up and get stuck in with your Q as soon as you can. Get your W pulsing just before you land, then unleash that derpy spasm of turbocharged basic attacks. When you're confident it will be the killing blow, finish them off with your E. Congratulations, you just brought down the hammer. Now get out there and fight.
For a brighter tomorrow.
Thanks for watching, subscribe for more videos and remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. This has been Asdos and this was my AD Jayce guide. And as always, I bid you a good night.